Let's start again and revamp the IPA. Braxton. Hey, welcome back to Beer Reviews by Brainmuffin, and today we have from Braxton Brewing, which I think is supposed to be local. I can't remember if they're in Kentucky or Ohio. And hey, I think I would look this up before I do my show, but I don't, because not professional. So we have Braxton Brewing. They're in Kentucky, Covington, Kentucky, which is what I thought. I thought it was in the Cincinnati area. There's so many of them now. They're on both sides of the river. It's great. I love keeping track. There's 8 ball. I hope they all succeed. Whatever their goals are, I'd like them to all succeed. The more ideas we have of what's good beer, the better. So today we have Braxton Brewing. Obviously, more and more of the craft brewers have been canning their beers, and some I think use lined cans and some don't. Now, even with the wide mouth can and all that, I'm still going to pour it. I'm still going to let it get the good temperature. And we have a nice IPA, nice grassy and hoppy aroma, nice golden color, very good carbonation, almost too much carbonation. So there you go. So that's why you use a 12-ounce can and a 16-ounce bottle. Like 12-ounce can and a 16-ounce glass. Because that's what the pour should look like. All those who don't like head on their beer, go find another channel, please. So there we go. Nice foam, citrus, grass, no pine. The foam is so good. So let's see if we can get to the beer. A little bitterness on the back end. Is that 6 or 8? 6.5% alcohol. There's a slight alcohol burn, which is kind of what confused me because there shouldn't be any at that degree, but there definitely is on the after vapor. So that tells me they probably fermented this a little too quickly, because to get that kind of alcohol burn at 6.5, that's a little low for that. No, it's a lot low. Anything below 9 really shouldn't have it any at all. But nice hoppy. You got hoppy notes, little hints of citrus. There's kind of hints of pine. At least I'm picking up very little pine today. But definitely has a nice balance to it. The caramel malt shows up late, so you got a little bit of a malt backbone there. Not a real high alcohol beer. Nice. You could session this. Obviously, you're not going to have 9 of them. You can definitely do this with many different types of meals. You do it with hoppy meals. I actually would have this with some pretty good hearty sausages and potatoes and nice dark gravy. Like bangers and mash would go well with this. Being an IPA, I'm not surprised. Sorry about that. I went down the wrong way. But I'm still getting a little bit of alcohol burn there, unless it's just the bitterness of the hops and the malt sweetness is kind of counterbalancing, but it feels like an alcohol burn. But definitely, and you can see how well the head stays on there. Nice coloring, nice level of cloudiness it should have. I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, this is almost like almost to spec IPA. So the only negative I've got about it is that slight alcohol burn. It's a good one. It's kind of a board, almost imperial in some ways. Get up around 7, 7.5, 8, and they start calling those imperial IPAs. But it is pushing the style a little bit. But for a higher end, higher grav IPA, and staying in that range, 6.5% is really hitting the numbers well. It's not always perfect the first time around. It takes determination to make it. So Revamp is an easy drinking American IPA, which is kind of an odd. It brings notes of tropical fruit with bright citrus aroma. The bitterness is well rounded with most. The bitterness is more rounded than most due primarily late hop additions and dry hopping. Aha! So that's where that kind of dustiest feeling is coming from the dry hops. But I'm definitely giving this a 4.5. That's a very good IPA. 6-pack around here is like 10 or 12 bucks, I think. I mean, it's not too bad, which is what this was actually in a 6-pack. They've started using these plastic pieces over them. What's nice about it is you can reuse it with other cans. So I actually did that, where I actually traded beers at a gathering last weekend, and they had a different beer and I had this, and we swapped, and I just clicked it right on and picked up the 6-pack by the middle rings, and off I went. Those old plastic ones, those, you know, the ones everybody remembers, those clear plastic, you can't reuse it, it stretches, whereas the new things, now sometimes they can be a pain to get off, but they just kind of clip right off and you can clip right on and go and trucking. What's also nice is they're recyclable, and if you were to throw them away and again in the ocean, they're not going to, wildlife's not going to get trapped in them like they do the old ones. So very nice. But obviously I threw it in the recycle bin. But yeah, very good. 4.5, Braxton, Revamp, very good. Have you had this? What have you eaten this with? Have you tried it? Not tried it? And maybe they had an old one, and I don't know with the name Revamp. I don't know if they had a first try and they didn't like it and they said, let's do it again with a better recipe. Definitely can taste the crystal malt in the back end. Very nice, good balance. This is a very good, almost letter perfect to spec for what it should be. All right, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for clicking like. Thanks for sharing. Follow me on Twitter as Brainmuffin as well. I've had a lot of fitness stuff on there. I'm going to start putting more beer and following more and more beer people. So I'm going to start retweeting. Charles Papazian is probably the one I retweet the most, the godfather of American homebrewing. And there's some others, though, that got some really good stuff. So there we go. All right, thanks a lot, and see ya. Bye. We'll play as soon as I'm done. Shush. Braxton. Revamp! Not recamp. Revamp.